You realize you aren't safe while I'm here.
How goes it, chat? I am sick. Bad. It's actually real bad this time. I'm freezing to death. It's not even that cold. So, yay. But I figured we'd just play this for like a couple hours and call it there. Not gonna be a long stream tonight. Just heads up to everybody. But everybody welcome in. I was actually debating on doing a PNG tonight, but
And here we are, the Blade Barracks. Consider yourself our guest until we finish getting you registered. Feel free to come and go as you please.
alright.
I think I can answer that one. So, you must be the latest rescue.
What happened to your lip?
Secretary Nagi!
Ms. Ku. Chipper as always, I see.
What can I say? Pep is my middle name.
I ran into Doug Barrett on the way here.
Doug Bowser?
And he didn't seem quite so upbeat. Anything about today's flight I should know?
No. Nothing to worry about.
Did you notice her hairpin?
Be sure it stays that way. More importantly, Elma, you found another one. Excellent work out there.
Just doing my job, Mr. Secretary.
Now, as for officially registering our new citizen here,
Why don't we talk inside? There's a lot of ground to cover. It could take some time.
ah yes, of course. Forgive me. You must be weary
Come
from
on,
the
Pokemon.
stasis and your journey back to us. Please, after you.
I'll put on some tea.
Minato hairpin. Which is actually kinda sick, not gonna lie. Silence? Like, wow. Goodness.
Allow me to formally introduce myself. My name is Kentaro Nagi. You may remember me as Captain of the White Whale, but now I serve as Secretary of Defense here for New LA. The provisional government has charged me with keeping the peace, so all military and police matters fall under my jurisdiction.
Wow.
He's
got
also my
severely
superior
demoted.
officer. And he'd be an excellent person to talk to when you're ready to start looking for work.
What about a job right here with Blade? He seems capable.
Let's give it a little more time. At least until he knows enough to be able to make an informed decision.
True.
He seems to be suffering from some form of memory loss.
Memory loss? From the stasis?
He could barely remember his name, and nothing at all about what happened to Earth or the White Whale.
I see. Though,
People that
come to
weren't
think of
here,
it, The entire lot of us have only been on
Earth
this
got taken
planet
over
for
by
what?
aliens,
2
and now we're
months?
on a different Earth.
It shouldn't take very long to get
We
caught
did
up.
play this at the.
My thoughts exactly.
Well
Played
then,
this when it first came out.
where should we
Skibidi toilet.
No freaking way. Ask how we ended up on Mira. Clarify question.
Hi.
Ah, yes. All citizens of NLA are required to register their name, age, and occupation. We also ask you report any personal assets and take a short survey regarding your current state of health.
Hey.
All purely as a precaution. I'm sure you understand. As the caretakers of humanity's survival, we all have certain responsibilities.
And hey, it's not all bad. Registering gives you access to all kinds of public services.
BLADE is an acronym. Builders of a legacy after the destruction of Earth. Quite fitting, I think. It's a relatively new organization. Up there in space, we had plenty of provisions, and a crew trained to handle the limited amount of situations we might encounter in our travels. But of course, all that changed after we lost most of our ship and came crashing down here on Mira. We needed food, water, search and rescue teams, surveyors, police. The list goes on and on. It was too much for the provisional government to manage on its own, so BLADE was born. The idea was to have one central organization with different disciplines to fill these various roles. Its core was pulled from the Coalition military, so it's mostly
Honestly,
former
what I wanna know
soldiers. But
Is
fighting isn't our most important duty.
what,
Right now,
how
we
do
have a
land on
single
planet
top
that has
priority
air
that supersedes all others.
and that we can live on,
The search for and recovery of the Lifehold.
because it was Earth, so I know we're actually in
Take a look at
real
this.
reality. It's not like a different universe or something. So it is Earth.
The White Whale was designed to carry an exceedingly large number of passengers, all of them held in stasis. All housed in a structure called the Lifehold. This is a complete schematic of that facility. Only essential personnel were conscious and active for the journey from Earth. The flight crew, maintenance engineers. And of course, some military so we could defend ourselves if necessary. But the vast majority were in the Lifehold. Are in the Lifehold. With any luck, they're all still there, in stasis, waiting to be rescued. But there's a problem. We now know the Lifehold broke apart along with the rest of the ship when we came down on Mira. What we don't know is exactly where all the pieces landed. Not very comforting, I know. Blade's top priority now is locating the missing units.
It started
That
at
took
the end,
forever to get
2
through.
years ago. The end of Earth. The casualty of a battle between two hyper-advanced alien
2
civilizations.
years ago.
Their technology and weapons were beyond our comprehension. We were like infants, naked, powerless. The Earth was reduced to ash and blown away.
I still wonder if I hadn't been there. If maybe all of this could have somehow been avoided.
No one can know that, Elma. What we do know is without you, there'd have been no Project Exodus, and no escape for any of us. Did it go perfectly? No. But we are here, and we are alive. We survived.
True.
So yes, Project Exodus. Once we learned the Earth might be
Welcome
threatened,
in, Lucid.
we needed a plan to preserve all her various life forms. That plan was the Earth Life Colonization Project, otherwise known as Project Exodus.
Those of us who escaped on the White Whale spent over 2 years wandering in space. 2 hard years.
First,
But we clung to our mission, find a habitable planet, and settle there.
First.
We had no idea how long it would take. Or that the decision would eventually be made for us.
The xenoforms found us again, and, well, it wasn't a happy reunion. Earth wasn't enough. They wanted humanity destroyed. For better and for worse, we were close to planet Mira when we lost control of the White Whale. Inertia and gravity took it from there.
The ship had taken way too much damage to survive entering the atmosphere intact. We had no choice. We channeled all the power we had left to soft land the habitat.
Wasn't that just how it had to be?
Once the dust cleared, we set to work transforming it into its current state. Searching for survivors, establishing Blade, installing the provisional government. Basically, making it a sustainable city.
In any case, I'm sure this is all a lot to digest. You'll be wanting some time.
There's gonna be references
Ms. Ku,
to the other games.
even
by the
I'm
way.
tired of
Just
hearing
heads up.
myself speak. Why don't you take our guest out for some air? Perhaps a tour of the administrative district.
Yes, sir.
Bye-bye.
Come on. We'll keep this briefing brief.
Chapter 1. Alright, now we're actually in a chapter. Look at the hairpin. It's the freaking Monado. Alright, let's go. Honestly, I just want my,
Sup,
my
Schnuggy, you got me and my cousin here.
You know, it's not every day we're authorized to let a civilian tour the administrative district.
Your
Yeah.
cousins here?
Nagi must really, really want him to join Blade.
The Monado hairpin's so
The
sick.
AD is a bit different from the other districts. It's got everything a Blade would need, all in one place, without any extra fluff.
Get a load of that Skell. Even the way that they walk is so cool. Oh yeah, work it, baby.
We'll have one of those pretty dang soon.
What? You don't remember what a Skell is? That gorgeous exoskeleton that just went by? Basically like the most incredible, awesomest super weapons ever? Lasers, force fields, bipedal and vehicular transformations. Sorry, just... I get so excited whenever I think about it.
Originally, Skells were developed as a defensive measure to counter potential alien threats. It wasn't enough to save Earth, though. We were outnumbered and outgunned.
Nice. Of course we were. I mean, no flip we
Still,
were. You know,
just
like,
look around you. New LA has gone from basically nothing to this in just 2 short months. We could never have come so far, so fast, without Skell technology. I'd love to get you into one to see for yourself, but it's not that simple.
Well, yeah, duh. For one thing, only Blades are allowed to pilot Skells. And even then, you need a license.
These aren't toys we're talking about. They're complex machines with powerful weapons. And they're a precious resource. We only have so many of them to go around. So yes, as you might imagine, the certification process is a fairly rigorous one.
I'm sure you're thinking, where do I sign up for the test? But it's not that simple. They choose you, not the other way around. You can't just walk in the front door and volunteer.
well, I mean, we kind of knew that.
There is some criteria. The details are largely hidden, but basically, HQ only allows the cream of the crop to take the test. Blades who go above and beyond in their duties, and for the people of New LA in general.
So what do you say? If you become a Blade and work hard, I'm sure it'll only be a matter of time before they tap you on the shoulder.
Speaking of work, that reminds me. Why don't we check out the mission control board first? That's where we take on our assignments.
Good call. Let's head on over.
Okay, so this is where all of the assignments are going to be. That makes sense.
So this is mission control. We don't have a dispatch system yet, so Blades usually choose their own assignments. Everyone comes here and selects from the missions available on the board.
And it's not just official Blade tasks. Anyone with a request is free to post here. Businesses, citizens, whoever.
Yeah, it's basically how anything gets done in New LA, so the board is constantly updating. Just about every Blade will stop by here at some point in their shift.
It's like our second home. You'll always find a number of Blades around here, blowing off steam or browsing mission control for their next assignment.
Whenever I get freed up, I'll stop here first thing to check for any missions I might be suited for.
Likewise. And if the assignment seems too tough to handle solo, that's what the Scout console is for. We should show you that next.
Hey, who's giving this tour anyway? We also have the Scout console, if the assignment seems too tough to handle solo. And Elma just said that, didn't she?
Hey!
So multiplayer is a thing, and I feel like they changed it, because that's not originally how it was. I mean, I'm fine with it changing, honestly, because the way that it was before sucked.
Ta-da! The Blade Scout console. When the going gets tough, the tough go to the Scout console. You know, to get tougher.
Okay, so this is
If
where
you
we
do
level.
end up joining us, you'll quickly realize just how important this little kiosk is. A lot of the mission control assignments are too much for any one Blade to handle. They tend to call for multiple members with specialized knowledge or unique skills. This console lets you search for and recruit other Blades to fill those roles for just such an occasion.
You can't spell Blade without team. Sort of. Anyway,
I think they might
awesome,
have
right?
changed it, I'm not sure.
So, you ready to join up?
We'll see.
Hang on, Lynn. Take it easy, would you?
What? I'm just saying you'd have to be some kind of an idiot not to want to join Blade. Or maybe a crazy person.
Oh. And here I
Every
thought you
person
might be
you
pressuring
voice
our
act
guest.
makes me angry.
Apology accepted. Now, how about a little shopping? And I'm not talking about the stuff over in the commercial district. I'm talking about Armory Alley.
Armory Alley. Okay, so this is Blade Scout console. So this is the multiplayer of the game. Which seems different than what it was before. Because they did say that they were testing out a new multiplayer a long time ago, and that was
So
for
this
this
street's
game.
what we call Armory Alley.
Blades can requisition equipment from any of the vendors here.
I won't lie, most Blade members face danger on a daily basis. Having the latest gear isn't about
BTW, I saw your comment.
It's a matter
Don't
of
force
survival.
yourself to stream if you don't feel well. I know
True
it's your
enough.
choice, but just be safe.
And that goes not
Appreciate
only
it.
for your personal armor and weapons, what we call ground gear, but for Skell equipment as well.
You can even buy whole skells. Can you imagine owning your own skell?
Yeah, we'll have to do this soon enough.
Huh? Oh, right, the tour. I think all that's left is the heart of Blade itself. Blade Tower.
So this is where we buy all of our stuff. So, this one is, I don't know what that is. This is where we get all of our new weapons and such. That are gonna be the best for us. My controller is finally giving out. Oh yeah, chat, by the way, there's officially a release date for the pre-orders, and I will be there literally an hour and a half before the place opens. So, waiting outside. So, hopefully we get a console I need $60.
So yeah, Blade Tower.
Hopefully we can get that.
When we
I'm
come
sure
here,
I can
it's usually to stop by
somehow
Blade
scrounge it up
HQ.
within a month and a
The
half.
higher-ups, like Secretary Nagi and Commander Vandam, will spend most of their day here. The government leaders, too. They're based in the tower. Guys like our new Director General Maurice Chassan, for example.
Blades sometimes report to the leadership here after we finish key assignments. You'll want to remember this place.
And that about does it for our tour. So, what do you think? Pretty amazing setup, right? You can't wait to join Blade, right?
Okay, Lynn, seriously, that's enough. We're not here to make a sales pitch. We just want you to have all the facts so you can make an informed decision to join us, or not. Now that you've seen where and how we work, hopefully it made a good impression, but your decision will be just that, your decision. In any case, let's head back to the barracks. Secretary Nagi will be waiting.
Wow, they went pretty hard with that completionist music. You've just woken up, so you must be feeling pretty hazy. If you're confused about everything, you can check the tips. I bet you'll find some info that's relevant to the situation. Treat them as your basic textbook surviving on Mirror. Okay, now we know the general area of the game and what to do and where to do it. Right here is where I really want to go, and I can't access it yet. So we'll have to continue with the story for a little bit before we get back. It's insane hearing Shulk again. And I do have water, it's just flavored water. Mio water.
Honey, we're home.
Excuse me?
Yes, very amusing.
Who wants a fresh cup of tea?
Thank you, Ms. Gu, but I can't stay long. I just wanted to pass along a request from your commanding officer.
Commander Vandam? Does it have anything to do with our new arrival?
Correct. He stopped by while you were out on your tour. He said he'll come back, but that I shouldn't wait to ask you.
Here we go. I bet I can guess.
You probably can. He wants to fast-track our new friend here for Blade duty with a training assignment.
What in the hell are we waiting for?
As he put it.
The commander does have a way with words.
Makes even my pitch sound smooth.
I explained about the memory issues, but he didn't see it as a problem. And to be honest, given our current need for Blade recruits, I can't say I entirely disagree.
Hey, it's not me you need to convince. Blade service is voluntary, remember?
Of course, and I would never force or coerce anyone. Well, friend, what do you say? Can we count on you to do your part?
Imagine we refuse. Shrug your shoulders and shake your head, and it just ends the game. Like, what is that actually gonna do? Like, for real.
I knew you'd make the right choice.
I don't just like screw.
Welcome
no,
to the
screw that.
organization. Elma, he can start on your team. You'll begin training immediately.
Yes, Mr. Secretary. With pleasure.
All right. Welcome to the Cool Kids Club.
That'd be me in this situation. Just
Now then, let's
Yeah.
discuss that training assignment. We've decided to start you out on a probe installation, just to get your feet wet.
I guess we should back up a bit. Here in New LA, we're using a specialized computer system called Frontier Nav to help us deploy a sensor grid across Mira. A network of data probes that allows us to monitor conditions and collect all kinds of information about the planet.
Expanding that grid and filling in the blind spots is one of Blade's highest priorities. Here, take a look at this. What you're seeing on screen is a terrain map that includes New LA and the surrounding landmass. As you can see, we've divided the
There it
area
is.
into a series of hexagonal blocks. We call these blocks segments, and together they form our grid. We determined this was the most efficient pattern, given the limited range of our probes. Based on it, we know exactly where we need the probes to go. Now we just have to install them.
The sooner the better, as far as I'm concerned. The Frontier Nav probes can also detect the general locations of living things in the vicinity, which comes in handy if we need to track down a Blade or another citizen.
Yes, quite handy indeed. So for this first exercise, you'll be heading here, to that white segment. Go there, install the data probe, and then come back home.
Okay.
Got it. East
I
of
can
the
do
city.
that.
In that case, we can take the East Gate out of the administrative district, right? We should be there in no time.
I'll leave the details on the data probe installation procedure to you, Elma.
Of course, Mr. Secretary. All right, you two, shall we?
Yeah! Training or not, let's go install the hell out of that probe!
Alright. Alright, let's go install it, I guess. I don't know what... Chapter 2, A New Frontier. We're already on Chapter 2, which is kind of scary to me, because Xenoblade, when it comes to chapters, which is what Xenoblade is, it's chapters. It's always been that way. Xenoblade normally has, like, a lot of not like a lot of chapters. No,
Man, am I
no.
glad we pulled an
What am I trying to
assignment to
say?
the east of the city this time.
They have very
It'd be a
few
long walk
chapters,
all the way back
so
over to the
chapters
West
take a
Gate.
really long time. Like
Hold
Xenoblade
on.
3 had 7 chapters.
Are we even sure the East Gate will be
It was either
open?
7 or 8,
Last I heard, it was
and
still on
each
lockdown
chapter
from
was
all
like
the
6
high-level
hours
indigent
long.
activity.
It was, but they just lowered the threat level earlier today. The gates are officially open for business. One of our teams must have gone out there and kicked some furry indigent butt, huh?
Wouldn't surprise me at all. Irina's team is one of our best.
How does he know Irina and Gwyn?
We ran into them just before we met up with you. They were on their way out to an assignment.
Well, then that settles it. It must have been them, right? Man, forget this amateur hour probe baloney. Those guys are where the action's at.
I'll try not to take that personally.
What weapon is that she has?
But enough talk. We've got our mission to deal with. Let's head out.
Like
Roger.
What
That probe
weapon?
isn't gonna install itself. Let's get to the East Gate, shall we?
So this is the gameplay that they showed us right here from the trailer. Like the gameplay trailer that they put up. This is the gameplay trailer they showed us. Is the first mission of chapter 2. Which makes sense. I mean, the East Gate. Normally you'd get XP for that, but I don't know if they do that anymore. And pretty soon we will have one of those skulls or skells, which is that thing right there, where we can actually traverse this world super fast. And I am in level 8, so if we fight some level 7 stuff, we should level up pretty dang fast. Like this thing.
Sliding fire! No messing around! Moving close!
Carnival!
I'm being pushed back!
Side slash!
West!
Backslash!
Sliding!
That did the trick! Now close in and clean up! They staggered me!
Whoa!
Sliding slinger!
So nice! Move in and do some damage!
I'm being pushed back!
Off!
Shadow strike!
West!
Sliding! Slinger!
Fire down! Sorry.
I need to turn the
I can't
music
seem
back
to
up.
get
I forgot
fired
I
up.
put it down.
Backslash! Scream edge!
Primer!
Fire time!
Sliding slinger!
Do some damage!
Hey,
Kind of feels
off!
wrong to not have the damage?
Use an aura! Get control of the
Do I
battle!
look like I'm slowing down?
Lightning! Slinger! No balance!
It's now or
Follow
never.
me. I'm in the
Close
center.
in and strike.
Upper hand!
How did I die?
Shadow strike!
Can you hurry up and kill it?
Side slash! Appendage destroyed. Move in and strike!
And that's why we wait, I guess. I don't know what that red little marker means. I don't know. Maybe it's alert? I don't know.
What the hell
That was weird.
happened
My whole
here?
freaking thing just like died. I don't like the look of that thing.
You don't think that one Sinicula could have killed all these simius?
Unless...
Unless... what?
this is bad.
What's bad? I don't follow you.
That Sinicula. It's a tyrant.
Huh? But it looks just like any other Sinicula.
Think about it. Your typical Simius is way higher up on the food chain than your typical Sinicula, right? Usually we'd find one Simius standing over 3 or 4 Sinicula corpses. But here, the tables have been turned. And I don't see a single trace of any other indigents in the area. There's only one explanation.
So the Sinicula,
That
looks
Sinicula
like a
is a
freaking
tyrant.
thing
Let
from
me check the Blade Report
Subnautica
database.
that I don't like.
If there's a tyrant this close to the city, someone must have run across it. Bingo. There was a Sinicula tyrant sighted not too long ago, but it was a couple of segments further out.
It could have followed the blade that spotted it back towards New LA, or come here to feed, or who knows what.
That's crazy. I can't believe there's a tyrant right on our doorstep and HQ isn't doing a thing about it.
Well, don't forget why they sent us here in the first place. Frontier Nav's range is still limited.
Oh, right. They couldn't track it if there's no local probe. They must have lost it when it went off the grid. Whoa, whoa, whoa there, rookie. We're talking about a tyrant here. Do you even understand what that means?
We should probably explain. Tyrant is our term for any indigenous life form that falls outside of our usual threat ranking system. In other words, they're too powerful for us to even measure how dangerous they would be to take on.
And too powerful doesn't always just mean physically strong. If a creature has even a single especially nasty trait, it's classified as a tyrant.
Even some of Blade's very best teams have come back with serious injuries after running into a tyrant in the field. If they come back at all.
Good, let's kill it.
Well, alright. I'm game if you are. Count me in, Elma. Let's do this. If we're gonna settle here on this planet, we're gonna have to get used to dealing with tyrants now and then. We can't just keep running forever, you know? Besides,
Look
I'd
at the
never
Monado.
forgive myself if someone else ended up getting hurt because we just left it here.
All right,
That is so
let's
cool.
do it. But don't push it, okay? Either of you.
We will play some
If we can
Splatoon
take
tonight.
it down,
I just wanted
great,
to
but if
kind of get
not,
a big
even
chunk
just
of this
luring it
game
away would be a
because
moral victory.
I haven't played it a lot.
As long as we buy enough time to install the probe, we can use Frontier Nav to track it, or any other tyrant that comes this close to the city from now on. Just make sure you're ready before we attack. This will be tougher than anything else we've faced.
Okay. How hard can the first boss of the game be, though? Like, Iron is no small task. It's important to equip your best before charging in. So double check all weapons and gear and make sure your arts are ready and leveled up. Okay, that's the first step to becoming a combat master. First, we save before we do anything. Here. Attack's the same. The TP gain is bad. Cooldown is pretty good. Oh my goodness, it's really bad. Physical resistance goes down though. Not worth it. The gravity resistance goes down, but everything else goes up. That's way better. Physical though. Okay. Let's look at arts because we're gonna need them. I say we kind of switch back to the other class we were using. Because this class is probably... because we do have a max class in this. Or no, actually we have better weapons in this class. Maybe we just grind for a little bit. Just for a little bit.
Right, let's do this.
Let's see what you've got. Engaging. Lay down some fire for me.
I've got your cover fire. Slide! Wild
Backslash!
I'm doing no damage to this thing, and I don't know why.
Sliding slinger!
Side flash appendage destroyed. Move in and strike.
I'm gonna check ammo after.
Slide! Slinger!
Shadow strike.
Got it! Now take the shot and topple them!
Primer.
I think I better change the weapon.
Strength gives you experience. That's true on any planet.
Oh, she's level 9 now. Perfect. Did I change that to something worse? Or did I change it to something better? Oh, I changed it to something worse. Way worse. Okay. Yeah. There we go. I'm wondering what the fuck's going on.
Right, let's do this.
Locked and loaded.
What's happening?
Ask what slide!
I've been waiting to lash
Fire
out.
carnival! Shadow strike!
Sliding slinger! That did the trick. Now close in and clean up.
Side flash!
chance.
We got him. Let's move.
Okay, right now, honestly, the only thing I'm doing is just trying to level up because I'm scared of that monster thing. I don't know what it is. So 20. Holy crap! Yeah, we're gonna change to that. That's actually gonna help us out a ton. And another thing, I want to stay away from enemies that have
I'm coming to you!
Engaging. Lay down some fire for me.
Fire!
That dented him.
Hello, thank you so much for lurking in the stream. It helps me more than you know, and to that I say Hema.
I'm being pushed back!
Ow.
Scream independent destroyed. Move in and strike.
I've been waiting to lash out!
Suppress. Move in and do some damage.
Sliding slinger! Got it! Now take the shot and topple
I'll
them!
topple him.
Bubble,
That
bubble.
dented him. Move in and keep the rhythm going.
I feel sharper than ever!
Shadow strike.
Sorry, but it was you or us.
We got him. Let's move.
Beautiful. Did I just get a text? Beautiful. We got the YouTube ping now, which is pretty sick. I actually like that a lot. And I just call it like Monday through Saturday streams, you know. I feel like that's like the best way to do it. Do you think we could take this thing at level 9? We might be able to.
Right, let's do this!
Locked and loaded. Punch first. Up first.
Now, my turn.
Get it, get it, get it.
Nice. Move in and do some damage.
I am.
Wild spin. Wild down.
Backslash! That did the trick! Sorry, but it was you or us.
Let's keep it up.
What is my level is almost 9. I
I'm
think
coming
9
to you.
might be good
Locked
enough,
and loaded.
right?
Shadow strike.
Fire particle.
Sliding slinger! That did the trick! Now close it!
Move in and do some damage.
I've been waiting to lash out!
Side slash.
Appendage down.
Ready to be even stronger!
We all leveled up. By how much? Titanium blades. By a lot, okay? So we need 620 to level up again. Maybe we can fight. I don't know. Alright, let's save it and let's try. I mean, that's all we can do is try. I haven't estimated what he is and what he's like yet, so let's see. You're gonna aim your attacks at parts of the enemy. Using the appendage health gauge to 0 will destroy it. You You can change the part. Okay. Additional destroying appendages before defeating an enemy yields additional rewards.
How is this even remotely fair?
Engaging.
It's
Wait up,
level
fire.
5.
Shadow Strike Fire.
Oh, I thought it was going to be so much worse.
It staggered me. Sliding Slinger!
That's how to evade. You can do it.
Oh yeah, I'm really feeling it. Now you see me? Now you see more of me! Scream Edge! That did the trick!
Now it's
Close
my
in and
turn.
clean up!
So nice. Move in and do some damage.
I've been waiting to lash out!
Upper hand.
Okay, so we get, like,
Sliding Slinger!
Light enemies destroyed. Move in and strike.
Fire Carnival!
Flash! That did the trick!
Now
Close
it's my
in and
turn.
clean up!
Upper hand.
no way we destroyed all 4 of those legs, right? Yeah, I was going to say.
They found that! Now strike them again!
And there goes the leg, and we ranked up. That's fire. I should have turned on the music.
Awesome!
Nice work, Lynn. You fought well. You did too. Now let's get down to business and install that data probe. If we stay here for long, there's no telling what other playmates might show up. This beam of light indicates a frontier nav site. It marks the ideal spot to bury the probe.
As soon as we hit an hour, we'll move to Splatoon for the next hour, and then we'll end off.
Okay, the probe should be ready for insertion. I'll just boot it out.
Thanks, Lynn. The top half of the cylinder contains the probe itself. The bottom half is a laser. It dissolves the soil so the probe can burrow to the proper depth. We tried just planting them on the surface at first, but we kept running into problems with the local wildlife damaging the goods. Burying them is going to save us all a lot of time and headaches in the long run. We all set?
Yes, ma'am. Whenever you're ready.
Why don't you do the honors? You can launch it right from your comm device. Give it a try. Good. Now we just need to give it a minute to reach the target depth.
And installation
That's what
complete.
that is, okay.
We are now online with a solid
I
connection
saw
to
that a
Frontier
while
Nav.
ago.
Excellent. See? At the end of the day, there's really not much to it. The hardest part was calculating the ideal probe locations. We need them spread out evenly to maximize data collection.
Yep, planting probes is easy. And the more we plant, the more likely we are to find missing crew. So anytime you see a probe site, there's no excuse not to plant that sucker.
Okay, so probes are like,
That'll do it for your training.
The map.
Let's head back to the barracks
so it's
and
almost
report
like a
to Secretary
tower
Nagi.
from The Legend of Zelda or something. Like the, front nav, probe sites. Go to the main menu, and map. Okay. Okay, so we need a scout for some tyrants. There's a on tasks. Location will be yellow. Will display on the minimap. We notice markers. Holy crap, there's a lot of stuff to do. You can also go to the main menu, map, segments, then select this segment and press R. Okay. Okay. Holy cow.
Hello.
So this game is real big. Yo, Rebecca, welcome in. It's good to see you. Okay, this game's huge.
Hi, Rebecca.
Okay, so this was the thing we need. Now there's another tyrant over here. There's treasure over here. This is locked. More treasure.
Hello, Mothy.
And, Infinity? What? There's a bonding system? What? Okay. We need our scale, though. Did we level up? We didn't. We only got 130 for that? That is actually kind of weird. There's the scale right there. This is what we'll have pretty soon. They turn into cars, which is also awesome. The game actually hasn't had a ton of frame drops. I've seen a few, but it's been doing really well. Not too long of a stream tonight. Not feeling too well. The sickness is getting to me. That has been going around in my family lately. So there's that. I thought that said field of view. I was like, what? Customization? We can customize our character again? The network console. This is the place where we can also play online missions. Embark on a mission with friends, yeah. That's pretty cool. I love games that give you a mission system.
Commander Vandam.
Well, now, look what the cat dragged in.
I figured your voice was gonna be like that.
Sorry we missed you last time. We could have come to meet you at HQ, you know.
Indeed. I suggested as much. Twice.
And we know how much I enjoy being told what to do.
Wow, okay.
Anyway, I hear you tangled with a tyrant, way out of your league, on a training mission, no less.
Yeah, and?
That was reckless, and goddamn magnificent.
Wow! Whoa! Chill out! That was a little much. You didn't have to throw that in there. Okay. I don't think they've ever cussed that bad in these games before.
So, Commander, to what do we owe the pleasure of your visit here today?
Well, I can't just ask Nagi to do everything for me. I'd be out of a job.
Hey, I delivered you the new recruit, didn't I?
Yeah, you
Voice
won the
actor
bet.
is so familiar.
Don't worry about it, all right? I'll settle up with you later. You know I'm good for it.
The bet?
I'm sure I'm needed elsewhere. If you'll all excuse me, Commander.
Wow. I was not expecting that.
Well,
That threw me
that
off.
wasn't obvious at all.
Look at you two. I swear, you're like two children excited about a new toy.
Look who's talking. I don't recall ever seeing you file a request to personally train a rescue before.
Is that so odd?
It is before we'd even asked him to become a blade, little Miss Stick in the Rear.
Usually I ask when I don't get your slang expressions, but something tells me to just let that one go.
Enough about that. Where are your manners, anyway? I still haven't been introduced to our new recruit here.
Commander Vandam is Blade's top officer.
In a past life, I was chief engineer on the White Whale. Same idea, basically. Someone has a problem, I fix it. You follow?
Wow, and now you're the commander? How?
Not much for conversation, are you?
Wow, this is weird. No.
So you still haven't told us why you're here. From the look of things, I'm guessing this isn't a social call.
You don't think?
No. So let's cut the crap and get down to business.
Ha! Sounds like you're learning my expressions just fine, Elma. Anyway, first we need Chatty Cathy here to choose a division and pull an assignment. Whoa there, Itchy Trigger. I know you're just chafing at the bit to run out there and grab the world by its tail, but you need to choose a division first. Once that's all hashed out, we can get into detail about what your first
Don't
assignment's
make me
gonna
choose
be.
something.
Pretty much everyone in New LA works for Blade, in one of several different fields. Helping to explore Mira, or to maintain order in the city, or, well, you remember Nagi's speech, right?
Oh, please.
There are 8 different fields in all, and each one has its own branch within Blade.
What the flip?
Officially, they're called divisions. Naturally, you'll want to choose
I'm
one that
overwhelmed.
best suits your personality and your talents.
Let's start with the Pathfinders. Pathfinder's #1 responsibility is planting data probes, like you did on your training mission. It may not be the sexiest job, but important? You bet your ass it's important.
What?
We've only been on Mira 2 months. We don't know jack about this place. The more probes we install, the faster we can get our bearings here and give ourselves a fighting chance.
We've already detailed how important it is we expand the Frontier Nav network ASAP.
Yeah.
So, for the time being, I'll just remind you of the highlights. It helps us keep Blade safe. It helps us keep the city safe. And most important of all, it's the key to locating the missing parts of the Lifehold and recovering the rest of the human race.
Okay, next up, Interceptors.
Supposed to be freaking great.
You met Akalov and Evans, right? Irina and Gwen, this is their division. Interceptors have one main duty. Protect New LA and everyone in it from the wildlife here on Mira. Right now, this is probably our busiest division. Interceptors ride shotgun for the research eggheads, they escort VIPs around, and they help any other idiots who get caught out there with their pants down.
Next are the Harriers. Remember Doug Barrett, the Skell pilot conducting the test flight with Lynn?
Yep.
He's part of the Harriers. If you think of the Interceptors as defense, Harriers would be New LA's offense. They specialize in preemptive strikes on clear and obvious threats. But only on clear and obvious threats. They're not meant to go out and just blast any indigent that moves.
And you got your Reclaimers. These guys are in charge of finding the other pieces of the White Whale. Among other things, that is. Including anything of ours left behind after a battle. Skell debris, weapons, personal effects. It can get a bit morbid, frankly, but it's gotta be done. Until we're up and running here on Mira, and have this place completely figured out. Everything we brought from Earth needs to be treated like it's irreplaceable. Also, the search for the Lifehold. That's mostly on the Reclaimers.
Next, Curators. Curators are the first to scout ahead to unexplored territory.
I mean, we already know
Bringing
what I'm gonna
back
choose.
whatever samples they can get their hands on. Fruits, bugs, sticks and stones, you name it.
I think we already know what
It's
I'm
not
really
all
gonna
picking
choose.
berries, though. Being a curator
Because-
also means being the first to encounter unknown indigents.
Next? All right, prospectors. Prospectors do, well, prospecting. They poke around, looking for minerals, resources, and whatnot. Things we need for everyday life here. We packed all the
It's between
essentials we
1 and
could on
2.
the White Whale, but that won't last forever. We need to be able to replenish our water and fuel if we want to survive. And sooner or later, we're gonna have to figure out how to replace things from scratch. From the socket on a Skell's knee joint, right down to the frying pan in Lynn's kitchen. Without these guys busting their butts, we'd have no future to speak of.
Next up, outfitters. All of our ground gear and Skell weaponry is developed in conjunction with private arms manufacturers, or AMs. Outfitters are Blade's way of supporting these AMs. They'll seek out anything that might inspire new weapon ideas, and even assist with testing new prototypes.
Finally, the mediators. These are the folks who keep everything hunky-dory with John and Joan Q public. Any problems a civvy has, they
so
come
we're
to
the police.
mediators. Fight with your neighbor? Mediators. Lost cat? Mediators. It's not a division for everyone. You need to be a jack of all trades, and a people person. Someone with my charming
I'm a streamer.
personality? Probably not the best mediator. But if you got what it takes, it's a clutch role, keeping things cool on the home front.
Yeah, not my thing.
All right, so I think that's
Hi.
all 8 divisions.
Yo, Dan VR.
Any
or
idea which
Dan
one you'd
Word.
like to join?
Welcome to the stream. Thank you
Don't
so much
fret
for being
about
here.
it too much. Whichever you choose, you still have a lot of freedom in how you operate.
Yeah, do I?
Mediators can still get out there and mix it up, hunt indigents, whatever. And if a Harrier wants to take a break and settle an argument, that's their prerogative too.
Okay, so we can technically
To be
do
honest,
anything, really.
even though it's sort of frowned upon, you can actually change your division whenever you like. So there's really no reason to stress about this. All right, you ready to choose?
No!
Do you remember me?
Oh my goodness. If I accidentally pushed hesitate and they had to redo it all over again, I would fight someone. I vaguely remember you. I stopped streaming on YouTube a while ago because of the copyright issues that I was getting. So it's been a long time. Alright, I'm deciding. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and? We're on pins and needles here.
Hey, how about you shut up? Goodness gracious. I'm definitely going to do Pathfinders. That's the one I'm going to choose. The Pathfinder's main task is to place data probes and expand Blade's info network. I think that's probably the best, right? Protect the people of... Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Then it's settled?
Stop!
All right. Thank
Yes.
God that's over. By the power invested in me, yada yada, you're officially a Blade.
Congrats, and welcome.
I know you're gonna do great.
You think? Doubt it. Just gonna blow up the planet. Imagine.
Now for the job. Let's get down to brass tacks. Nelson's team has gone missing. Last contact we had, they were installing a data probe out in eastern Primordia. Then, nothing.
Nelson. Pathfinders, right?
Are we talking indigents here or what?
Your guess is as good as mine, but they did have a Skell with them.
Oh, great.
You'd think they could hold their own, or at least run away.
All right, we're on it. We'll head to their last known location and go from there.
Report whatever you find ASAP.
Of course. Let's move out.
Roger that.
Alright. A level 9 mission? I mean, I am level 9. Okay, I'm looking up to see how many chapters are in this game. There's no way there's... What? We're already on chapter 3 and there's only 12 chapters in the game. This is also the shortest game in the series, I am told. So, mission press duties are required. Story missions advance the game. Story, you can accept. Play various. Oh wait, so these are story missions. The red ones are story missions. These are affinity missions. Normal missions, which are side quest missions. Basic missions. Okay. Tyrants. Okay, tyrant info. Blade reports are an incursion. If you check your current position, segment views map screen. Okay. Alright. I probably should have saved and moved to Splatoon. It's already it's been out an hour and 15 minutes, but I didn't. Alright, can we go to the shops now and buy new items? That's what I want to do. These are missions that we can hold, but oh, the armory. Weapons, long swords. None of it's better. Other than this. Alright, we'll save here. And we will continue this later. I forgot I have to take out the game. Goodness gracious. I gotta bring that little thing up here so I can just put it all in there. And I'm just putting them on my desk too because, you know. Splatoon it is! Have you ever put on hand sanitizer and you have a cut on your finger or something? Mistake. What am I gonna play today? I wonder what Anarchy is. Please don't be Clam. I like tower control. That just went off 4 times. Okay, so that can kill at least 2. Splat, at least 2. ain't there. Well. Oh man, Ow. I think it passes so much. Yeah, we lost because of no pushing. We did not push at all. And we lost it. Give me just 1 second, chat. Give me just a moment, chat. Helping out the homies, guys. Helping out the homies. Trying to help out the homies. No, I should have waited. Freak. I lost. I don't know why you're cheering. I literally lost. Like, appreciate it. Just win.
Hyping you up.
Appreciate it. Gonna jump in with us, Lizard? Roll with me. Best song in the game.
I might right now I'm drawing.
You might. Okay. And of course the Trizolar got me. I was actually gonna call this whole stream off because I was dying earlier. I'm a little bit better right now. It's gonna get worse. I know it is. What? Why did I jump? Like, what possessed me not to jump? Hiding behind alts. How does it feel to be in flight? First one of the night, guys. $15 splats, holy crap. I'll be right back, Jack. Give me 1 second. Alright, I'm back, chat. Sorry about that. Friggin' ladybug was on my friggin' drink and I grabbed it, and ladybugs smell terrible. Like, I know I'm not the only one that thinks that. Maybe we reach, A tonight, maybe? Everybody welcome into the stream. Gotcha. Of course, with me, Yo, type 1 if you're still here.
One.
W. Lurkers, appreciate y'all. I'm surprised you didn't go for right here.
Hi. Then I wasn't here yesterday.
You were here yesterday, weren't you? I think you were.
No.
You weren't here at all yesterday? Honestly, just keep them back as fast as possibly can. How did that happen? Keep it for the 3 seconds. Keep it for the 3 seconds. Keep it for the 3 seconds. There's 2 wins in a row. Five and 6 is not good at all. We're almost there. We can go get a mystery box. It's probably not gonna be anything good, but oh, I don't have one? I thought it was every 5. Maybe not. Hopefully we don't get Scorch Gorge ever again. It's insane that I can see you guys, like, joining. I know Meadow's here, because I saw this Splatoon 3 pop up over there. And of course, oh, we got Clash on our team. I love that. Literally just DC because. I'm locked in. I don't know why, but maybe that I'm sick. And I just don't feel good. I'm not talking. Alright, one more. Wait, how many splats did I get? 12, okay. I hate this map so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Get on the tower. Are you kidding me, bro? You got off the tower? Oh yeah, this freaking teammate's an idiot. And I can't stand people like you. We were 1 point away from the tower and you got off the tower. Are you stupid? Stop the tower and actually, you know.
Salutations, chat. How goes?
Stupid because our stupid teammate.
I did indeed say screw it and left.
I mean, it's not like you were bound to there. I mean, like. I have to wait 40 minutes to finish this stupid thing because...
My family is so nice and welcoming. Which is why it's hard to leave. Anyways. Now I'm on my way to a Texas Roadhouse. 'Cause food.
Hey, why not? walked into the hydro. Like it was literally like nothing.
Stay safe, chat. Don't die and don't do anything stupid.
Well,
Keep it crispy, Schnugston.
I can't stand this team. Are you freaking serious? They're not pushing the tower now. It's people like that stupid idiot that got off the tower that makes this game not fun. That people like that. And he got off the tower and just stood there and watched.
Cinnamon butt
literally-
Teye.
Get out of my way, please. We wiped that team 5 times, chat. And we're all low. "23 splats is crazy. All I have to do is play 2 more. "23-6 is crazy, bro. We're almost level 56. We're doing relatively okay. Well, I'm gonna end off the stream here. To all the homies, you know where I'll be. By the way, that's just a role in the server, just so everybody knows. I'll be in there. If anybody wants to join in, well, the homies, the ones that are available to join in there, which are like,
Bye, Schnuggy.
you know. But I'm gonna get out of here. Go maybe get something to eat, maybe. And hopefully feel better by tomorrow. Oh yeah, Lucid, did I tell you that the
Bye.
Switch 2 pre-orders start the 24th of this month? And they're doing a midnight release as well.
Nope, you didn't.
Yeah, so the 24th of this month. GameStop opens at 11 in my area. Check your area, so if you're gonna get the console. I'm gonna actually be there next Thursday at like 9:45 waiting for the store to open. So, because I'm making sure I get my hands on that console before, you know, all those freaking scalpers get it. But I will talk to you all tomorrow. Hopefully I'm feeling better by that time. We can just stick to our normal 4-hour stream. But really, right now, there's really not a lot of games to play. It's been very dry lately.
You
So,
gone and punch some people for it.
yeah, I'll punch some people for it. Not even gonna joke. I had to get my original Switch off eBay. So,
Yikes.
the OLED wasn't that bad. The OLED was pretty easy to get my hands on,
Gotta prepare.
but yeah. I'm already prepared. I have like all of these reminders set on my phone. I have a reminder saying get the Switch 2, Switch 2 day, you know, it's time to go pre-order the Switch 2. And then I have it on my calendar set to that day. And then I also have an alarm set.
I got my old from an owner of a game store.
Yeah. I walked into Target and got it. I wanted the white one, but they didn't have it when I went there, so. I mean, I could have just tried a different store, but I don't know. Because I have the red and blue Joy-Cons, and just like the black dock. The dock is beautiful. Absolutely love like the rounded dock instead of like the square, but I'm gonna get out of here now, for reals this time. I'll talk to you all tomorrow. Peace out. Love y'all. Thank you guys so much for watching, and God bless.
Bye, chat.
Nuggy out.
Bye. Bye.